You guys can be seated. Okay. Good evening and welcome to Phi Theta Kappa Spring 2022 Induction Ceremony. My name is Melissa Straub and I'm currently the 2021-2022 Chapter President of Phi Theta Kappa Rho Gamma Chapter on the Rowan College, or Cumberland College. I would ask that you all please stand so that we may recite the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the National Anthem. This evening's performance of the National Anthem will be performed by Julia Quinones. Julia is a student from our Gloucester campus and will be graduating this spring with a degree from the Business Administration. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may now be seated. Now, I would like to take a moment to recognize our honored guest this evening. When your name is called, I ask that you please stand. Dr. Frederick Keating, President of Rowan College of South Jersey. Dr. Brendan Rickards, Provost and Vice President of Academic Services. Ms. Judith Atkinson, Vice President, Student Services. Dr. James Piccone, Vice President, Chief Administrative Officer. Mr. Josh Piddington, Vice President of Chief Information Officer. Ms. Yolanda Garcia Baliki, Esquire, Member, Board of Trustees. Dr. Susan Hall, Dean of Nursing and Health Professions Division. Ms. Diane Trace, Dean of the STEM Division. Dr. Dominic Puggi, Assistant Dean of the Business Studios Division. Dr. Danielle Zemecki-Fenimore, Dean of Academic Compliance. Dr. Candice Rositi, Dean of Internship and Career Planning. Sandra Hoffman, Executive Director of Enrollment Services. Mr. Sean Rudder, Chapter Co-Advisor and Director of Academic Advisement and Retention. Ms. Alejandra Valencia, Chapter Co-Advisor and Team Coordinator for the Business Studios Division. And Ms. Shanice Ruiz, Chapter Advisor and Student Development Advisor for the Gear Up program. Okay. Before we continue, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the other members of the 2021-2022 Rho Gamma Chapter Officer Team. Vicki Wild, Chapter Executive Vice President, and Virgen Silva Mendez, Chapter Secretary. I would also like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the 2021-2022 Alpha Psi Phi Chapter Officer Team from the Gloucester campus. Samantha Bicking, Chapter President. Alexandra Jovanovic Foka, Chapter Executive Vice President. Stephen Piccolo, Vice President of Membership and Communications. Karen Palladino, Vice President of Hallmarks. And Christina Copeland, Chapter Secretary.
Our premier partner, Rowan University, is also proud to recognize the inductees of both campuses and would like to commend each of you on your academic accomplishments. Rowan University was again named Phi Theta Kappa's Transfer Honor Roll for 2022, a designation that recognizes excellence in developing pathways to four-year degrees. This designation puts Rowan University in the top 25% of colleges and universities in America for transfer students. As they congratulate us for our induction this evening, we too congratulate them for their commitment to Phi Theta Kappa students. At this time, I would like to invite Rho Gamma Chapter Advisor Shanice Ruiz to lead us in the invocation.
Good evening. Let's take a moment of gratitude for all we have been given. We thank you for bringing such a fine group of dedicated students on this special occasion. Each semester, a new group of hardworking, diligent students is accepted to the prestigious Phi Theta Kappa Academic Honor Society. We ask that you would help this new group of students to give of themselves in ways that make a difference to their families, to their school, and to their communities. We ask that they are each blessed in a special way, and we please open wide the doors of opportunity for them to succeed in future endeavors. For all of this, and for your grace, we give our thanks. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ruiz. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of Rowan College of South Jersey, Dr. Frederick Keating.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Time to have a little fun, okay? It's okay. We can enjoy the moment, and let's congratulate these students one more time. Community, the faculty, the staff, the administration, the Board of Trustees, it's my honor, my pleasure to be able to welcome you here this evening to the celebration of Phi Theta Kappa, the backbone of the college, as I've liked to tell them over the years. They are the backbone of the institution. This is the first time in our history since merging that we have put both chapters together under Sean's leadership and those that are advisors. And for me as the president of the college, it's a welcome sight. This is, again, a historic moment, and here's the beauty of the moment. As you sit here tonight and you are inducted into this honor society, recognize you did it in a pandemic. You did it in a pandemic. Do not ever, ever let that go. I'm saving that same thought for commencement next week for both campuses. Because the ability, the resilience, and the ability to stay focused and involved in education and your higher education with all of the complexities and problems that you experienced, remarkable. So when you put it down on your resume, you were inducted into an honor society of the college. Put next to it, pandemic. Because it tells the people else what you are able to do. That you are truly able to go past something like that, as historic it is, and we're still in it. We're struggling to get out as a society, but all aspects of our society are pretty much cracked or fractured or broken. And you stayed strong and came to this finish line. I think it's remarkable. So from my position to those students that sit here, and these students here that have led it, and the individuals and the people that support it, this is truly a night of celebration. We beat it. You beat it. So let's put that in your minds now as you go forward. As we like to say at the college each year, one of the graduation comments I make is never let fear dictate your fate. Well, if you didn't have fear during the last 2 years about your health, your livelihood, your family, your ability to go to school, the financial, the emotional, the behavioral, and the academic, well, then you're never going to have it, because that was the acid test and you passed it. So now with that under your belt, it's time to look forward and recognize that what you are doing tonight is acknowledging a platform of ability and skill and talent, the 4 pillars of your Phi Theta Kappa. One is community service, and recognize a couple of things. One, give it back to another person. So as you move on, your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, others that will pursue a higher education, your siblings that are younger, reach out a hand and grab them and bring them through the net, because somebody brought you through it. Most of them are sitting back there. So keep in mind when you go home tonight, thank those that supported you. Your family first, your friends, your relatives, your neighbors, your teachers, your faculty, your advisors, your administrators, because you did it. Now it's up to you to go back and get one out and bring someone else through. That's my strong belief. So if you could do that and keep that in mind, that's the component of a Phi Theta Kappa, community leadership, academic leader, behavioral specialist with regard to how do you succeed. Secondly is the idea that now you must move on. This is only the beginning. Higher education is not a sprint. It is a marathon. I've been telling people that for years. What you are achieving here is an associate degree, and you're moving on honor society ranked. That'll open up a door almost anywhere in this country, or this world for that matter, for you to move on. I encourage you, move on. This is only the first step in a long process. Get to the baccalaureate. Move on to then graduate study if it's appropriate for the field in which you want to work. And most fields today, fortunately or unfortunately, have moved the bar up on you to get to a master's level to be able to perform within that arena. Some have to go to doctorates and some have to go beyond, research. Whatever your calling, whatever your profession, think about it, get advice, spend your money and time wisely, because you don't get either one of them back. So the idea that you're doing this honor society consideration to again move you and advance you, you have obviously proven you're smart, you're creative, you're resilient, you're brave, you have no fear factor, and you're going to go on. So promise to yourself and the people that take you home or out to dinner that this is the way you're going to play the game in your life, because you've now, pretty much proven to all of us that you can. So as you move on, keep in mind, this college was postured in a merger to give you the opportunity to go on to advanced study. If Rowan University is your wish, and geographically by most of our population, they do choose local, and we love that, because we need this talent and your brain and your energy in this community for this community to thrive. This is quality of life of Southern New Jersey, Cumberland and Gloucester counties, and really the region. We draw regionally. So with that in mind, we don't have much to offer in higher ed in Southern New Jersey. You've got Stockton University, Rowan University, Rutgers University, Camden. That's it. Now you're going north or you're going out. In this country, New Jersey is the #1 exporter of talent. 12th grade out, non-traditional graduate out, you go somewhere else to go on. Should you choose to do it, our chances of getting you back are slim to none. But the idea is that we ask you to reflect on your community, because one of your 4 pillars is community service. You want to serve your community? Stay here, be educated here. You will get a quality education, and return and serve us and serve each other in the community. Be the doctors, be the nurses, be the health professionals, the teachers, the social workers, the psychologists, the finance managers that make our culture click. And that's in your hands, because you are the future. So in summary, congratulations once again to all of you. It's impressive. Don't take it lightly. You only get so many times to sit in that chair and be on top of your game. You're on it. Take a moment, breathe it in, reflect on it. Make sure you thank those people, because they supported you, helped you financially, emotionally, socially, behaviorally was critical during the pandemic to get in that chair tonight. Let it be the launch pad for your next step. We can help you get to the next step. That's our job. Please use it. If you want to stay local, we can connect the dot. If Rowan University is part of your future in South Jersey, We can get you a bed, we can get you in program, we can get you in the dorms, we can get you into the program, whatever that program may be. If you want to go other places, or if you want to go to work and go back to school, keep in mind the option. You can't stop your education. You can't. That's just flat out a fact of life these days. So continue to do it, no matter how hard it is. So to the families, I say welcome, congratulations, choice well made. Thank you for entrusting your son, daughter, niece, nephew to this college and this staff. We've done the best we can through the last 2 years. It has not been easy, but obviously we've succeeded to an extent, because I was just told there's 400 individuals in Phi Theta Kappa. What you represent are those that chose to come and publicly acknowledge and participate in induction. But there's another 300 out there that did it. So in a collective body, you are a sizable number of strength, 400 and some. 2 chapters geographically attached on what we call the Eds and Meds corridor of Cumberland and Gloucester County, Route 55. So again, thank you for letting us have this time with you. Thank you for what you've done for this college in giving us the pride and the opportunity to hold it forward. Stay with us. If this is a first-year consideration, come back. If it is a second and you're going out, continue. If you want to row in 3+1, we can talk about the 3rd year with us. We can make it accessible and affordable. We're here for you. So on behalf of this college community, one more time, congratulations, and thanks very much.
Thank you, Dr. Keating, and thank you, PTK inductees, for your scholastic perseverance and passion to extend the Phi Theta Kappa vision of wisdom, aspiration, and unity. Collectively, we serve as emblems of Phi Theta Kappa, tasked with utilizing our position to the greatest extent to inflict positive change in fixed environments. As Thoreau, a great philosopher, proclaimed, "Let your life be a counter-friction to stop the machine." In other words, magnify your perplexity for reform and employ it to improve your current environment. Each year, chapters engage in a variety of opportunities that allow us to connect with students across the campus. Most noted, these opportunities include our college project and honors and action assignments, just to name a few. As a result of our effectiveness on these projects over the past academic year, the Alpha Psi Pi chapter received the following recognitions: 2022 5-Star Chapter Award, Distinguished College Project Award, Distinguished Honors and Action Award, Middle States Region Top 35 Chapter Award, Honors and Action Theme Award, Best in Theme 2, which was Natural and Constructed Environments, Distinguished Chapter Officer Team Award, and the Alpha Psi Pi chapter was recognized as the 9th most distinguished chapter within the Middle States region, consisting of 82 chapters in total. While attending the International Conference in Denver, Colorado a few weeks ago, the Alpha Psi Pi chapter was also recognized as one of the top 100 chapters among the 1,233 chapters that exist in Phi Theta Kappa. In addition, there were also some individual recognitions that were also earned. Alexandria Jovanovich Foka and Samantha Bicking were both recognized as Distinguished Chapter Officer by the Middle States region. Nathan Schultz was recognized as a Distinguished Chapter Member by the Middle States region. Advisor Sean Rutter was the recipient of the Paragon Advisor Award given by the Middle States region. Samantha Bicking was recognized as the #1 winner of the Top 35 Diamond Member within the Middle States region. Samantha Bicking was also elected as a member of the Executive Committee in the Middle States Region Alumni Association. Jack Hutchison was selected as a Coca-Cola Leaders of Promise Scholar and the recipient of the Richard L. Resurrection Public Safety Scholar. Robert Fox was one of 25 students who received the Walgreens Pharmacy Technical Certification Scholarship through Phi Theta Kappa. And finally, Samantha Bicking and Alexandria Jovanovich Foka were the recipients of the New Jersey All-State Academic Team Award. Samantha and Alexandra will receive their recognition medals when they attend the New Jersey Community Scholars Celebration at the New Jersey State Museum in Trenton this Thursday evening.
Not as tall as him, so I gotta adjust it a little bit. Okay. Rho Gamma of the Cumberland campus has been exceptionally successful as well this past year. Under the leadership of our chapter president, Melissa Straub, and the subsequent members and officers, the chapter has been recognized as a 4-star chapter for the 2021-2022 academic year as a result of our effectiveness on the college project assignment and other campus engagements over the past academic year. The Rho Gamma chapter received the following recognitions: 2022 4-star chapter award, Middle States Region Top 35 Chapter Award. Melissa Straub was recognized as a Distinguished Chapter Officer. Vicky Wild was recognized was recognized as a Distinguished Chapter Officer, and Erica Sanchez Villanueva was recognized as a Distinguished Chapter Member. Vicky Wild and myself were the recipients of the New Jersey All-State Academic Team Award for the Rho Gamma chapter. Vicky and myself will receive our recognition medals when we attend the New Jersey Community Scholar Celebrations at the New Jersey State Museum in Trenton this Thursday evening. Congratulations to both chapters, their officers, and members who contributed toward this amazing success. At this time, I would like to introduce the current chapter vice president of Rho Gamma, Vicky Wild, who will present her reflections of a graduating officer.
Hello and welcome. Congratulations to all of our inductees. Today, you are being inducted into the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society. I am Vicky Wild, Rho Gamma Executive Vice President. It is a great accomplishment to be where you are today. Know that you will go on to do great things, both individually and as Phi Theta Kappa members. When I first attended college 36 years ago, I didn't feel like I belonged. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was smart enough. And I thought that maybe I was from the wrong neighborhood, and I definitely didn't have enough money. I had low self-esteem, I lacked self-confidence, and I did not have the support system I needed to succeed. I dropped out of college in 1988 without withdrawing from my classes because I never expected to return. After working 34 years, I retired, and life brought me back to RCSJ, Cumberland campus. I knew my second time around would be different, but I had no idea just how different it would be. I learned about Phi Theta Kappa shortly after being accepted to our Cumberland campus. So I made it a goal to become a member. I worked hard, I dedicated myself to my academics, and sure enough, the invitation arrived in the mail. At first, I was content with just being a member. I did not think that I would be very involved with Phi Theta Kappa. I thought that honors groups and student clubs were designed for the more traditional student. I was not content with just being another name on the list, so I decided to run for office. Not just any office or position, but for the executive vice president. Over the past year, my role as executive vice president has helped me gain the confidence that I needed to grow as a person, a student, and as a leader. Thanks to Phi Theta Kappa, I've had the opportunity to work with our administration to help students in many different ways. I have made lifelong friends, and I've become involved with the campus community, even in the face of a global pandemic. Thanks to the encouragement of our advisor, we officers applied for the Phi Theta Kappa Hallmark Honors Awards. My fellow officer, Melissa Straub, and I have become members of the 2022 Chapter Officer Hall of Honor, while Secretary Silva Mendez and I have been named to the 2022 New Jersey All-State Academic Team. The three of us work diligently to improve ourselves and our chapter. Rho Gamma has been named to the 2022 Middle States Region Hot 35 chapter. On a personal note, I will be transferring to Georgian Court University for my bachelor's degree in social work, with my ultimate goal of becoming a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor, along with being a licensed clinical social worker. PTK has been a transformative force in my life. I encourage every one of you being inducted today to become an active member in your chapter. Take full advantage of everything that the PTK has to offer. I wish I had my first year. Use the PTK website. Work it, know it, get to know it. Make it a goal this summer. You won't regret it. Phi Theta Kappa is more than an international honor society that I am proud to be in. It's part of who I am. Phi Theta Kappa has turned me into the woman that I am today. Our team of officers have done a tremendous job. We, as a chapter, have achieved success in completing our school project and to maintain our 4-star chapter. I look forward to seeing the ways in which the chapter will continue to grow under the new direction of the upcoming officers. Rho Gamma, I want to see you take this to a 5-star chapter next year. For all the members, I encourage you, be involved. Make a difference, not only in the chapter, but on campus. While intelligence, knowledge, and leadership come in many forms, there are several characteristics that we all have in common, including hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Phi Theta Kappa members are a community college students, and we often means that we are non-traditional students. We are parents, we are working students, and we are students that have overcome adversity. Inductees, today ask yourself, how can I challenge myself? Ask yourself, when will be the next moment that I will walk across a stage like this? Allow yourself to enjoy tonight by celebrating. Be proud of yourselves. 2022 Phi Theta Kappa inductees, it is an honor and a privilege to welcome you to our Phi Theta Kappa family. Rho Gamma, Alpha Psi Pi, be courageous, set goals, have fun and succeed, but most of all, be proud of who you are and the goals that you have accomplished. And remember, as Mother Teresa once said, life is a promise, keep it. Thank you. Welcome to the family.
Thank you, Vicki. The origins of Phi Theta Kappa date back more than 100 years and originally began at a 2-year college for women. Phi Theta Kappa is the International Honor Society for 2-year colleges that dedicates itself to promoting the value of leadership, scholarship, service, and fellowship. Founded by a group of students and college presidents from 8 Missouri junior colleges for women, this honor society was established in 1918. As Phi Theta Kappa grew in prominence, it welcomed new chapters from across the country, and by 1988, Phi Theta Kappa had a chapter in all 50 states. Today, over 3.5 million people are members of Phi Theta Kappa, and this year marks the 104th anniversary of this amazing organization. By becoming a member of Phi Theta Kappa, students are able to develop their leadership skills, serve their community, and connect with their peers while simultaneously gaining invaluable knowledge and skills that will aid them in their future career paths. I am thrilled to welcome all the new members to the Phi Theta Kappa family and look forward to seeing how each of you will leave your mark on the Society's legacy. I would now like to introduce the incredible Christina Copeland, the Alpha Psi Pi Chapter Secretary, who will share her thoughts as a graduating officer.
Thank you, Sam. And good afternoon and welcome President Keating, distinguished guests, Board of Trustees, RCSJ Cumberland campus faculty, and employees. My name is Christina Copeland, and I'm honored to be your 2022 PTK Graduating Officer Speaker for the Gloucester campus. Congratulations, PTK inductees. This is where your journey begins. You can either decide to use this membership as a catalyst for your personal and professional development, or you can be a passive member of PTK and have your membership be an award that sits dormant on your trophy stand. Before you decide which path to take, allow me to tell my story. In 10th grade, I was encouraged by my father to apply to Rowan College of South Jersey. After taking the Accuplacer test, I was fearful and began rehearsing thoughts of self-doubt. Maybe I'm not smart enough to start college and high school. Thankfully, I was proven wrong. After gaining admission into RCSJ, I began taking online classes.
Eventually, I had enough credits to apply to PTK and was advised by my high school options advisor to do so. Originally, I thought that PTK was simply an impressive achievement that would advocate for my work ethic, dedication, and prowess as a student. However, what I gained from PTK can't be confined or quantified by its definition as an esteemed honor society. Leadership. This is the first PTK hallmark and the first lesson I learned as a PTK student. In my first year as a PTK member, I saw timid, reserved students gain the confidence and strength to advocate for themselves and their community. Also, by watching the tireless efforts of the PTK officer team, I learned that leadership is a dedication to serving others. Scholarship. The second PTK hallmark embodies the opportunities that a PTK membership provides and the dedication of PTK to ensure that all members can afford education. Being an active member of PTK has allowed myself and my peers to attend higher learning and earn scholarships to do so. It has also allowed us through the EDGE programs to learn soft skills that are essential for the workforce in our place as leaders. Fellowship. The third PTK hallmark distinguishes PTK from other accomplishments. As with every PTK membership comes a supportive, loving, inspiring community of students. When you look around the room, you will see people whom you will cry, laugh, and share the best moments with. Please cherish these people, as your time as a PTK member will become, please cherish these people. I've met the best people in PTK, and I'm sorry for crying, but this has been such a transformative experience, and I truly hope you take the most out of it. And finally, service. The annual PTK project called Honors in Action and College Project demonstrates the importance of serving one's community. In completing these projects, you will learn how to listen to the needs of your peers, guide initiatives to inspire change in your respective college campuses, and operate as an equally important member of this team. This is where you will use the skills you learn as a PTK member to be the change you want to see in the world. Everyone here has a passion, a guiding set of morals that have brought them here to this moment. In PTK, you'll be able to hone your passion and the passions of others to one collective goal. Whilst listening to the remainder of the ceremony, reflect on your challenges and circumstances that have divinely brought you to this moment. Think of all the times that you or someone else said that you weren't good enough or that doubted your abilities. I want you all to know that you are the legacy of PTK, and you can do anything you set your mind to. I encourage you all to get involved with your PTK chapters as you are armed with their individual strengths, backgrounds, and passions, and also accompanied by peers who may be strangers today, but who will be your close friends and family, as they are for me. Thank you again, and congratulations, PTK inductees.
Thank you, Christina. Our next guest is a former graduate of Rowan College of South Jersey and a member of Phi Theta Kappa's Alpha Psi Pi chapter. After graduating in 2015, she transferred to Wilmington University, where she earned a Bachelor of Science degree in communication. She graduated from Wilmington University with honors, and it was an active member of the Delta Epsilon Rho Honor Society. For over 10 years, she has partnered with local schools, group homes, and youth correctional facilities to host reading and writing workshops for all at-risk students. She has succeeded in increasing company visibility, guiding corporate strategies, expansion, and growth for various organizations, and she currently serves as the board of directors for the Gloucester County Boys and Girls Clubs in Glassboro, New Jersey. She is a certified English teacher for New Jersey Public Schools, K through 12, a writer, a published book author, and a motivational speaker. When asked about her experiences as a student here in Rowan College of South Jersey, she stated, "My time at RCSJ gave me the confidence and foundation to succeed in life. Being inducted into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society was just the first of many accomplishments, but it set the stage for everything that followed." Please join me in welcoming Shaki McGeer.
Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Good evening, Phi Theta Kappa inductees, alumni, faculty, family, and friends. To Rowan College of South Jersey President, Dr. Fred Keating, and PTK Chapter President, Sean Rudder, and advisors, thank you for the opportunity to stand before you on this very special occasion. 8 years ago, I stood in line at an open house for college. After a series of unfortunate events, I found myself at 30 years old, starting life all over again. While my friends had already graduated, were well into their careers, and starting families, here I was, standing in line at an open house for college. Tears began to fill my eyes. Head bowed, I let person after person go ahead of me until I was nearly at the back of the line. For a moment, I looked up, and panic began to set in. I realized that by standing there, not only was I getting further away from the advisors, but I was also getting further away from my goals. I started thinking about how hard I had worked to get myself to this place in this line, the sacrifices and painful decisions I had to make, the grit and sheer determination it took to start over when all I really wanted to do was give up. I could have thrown in the towel, yet here I was, standing in line at an open house for college, this college. I lifted my head and I wiped my tears. I put one foot in front of the other and I made my way to the front of that line. The advisor called me over, I sat down, I took a deep breath, and the rest is history. I stand before you today having graduated RCSJ Gloucester and Wilmington University with high honors. I'm an author, a motivational speaker, an English teacher, a business owner, and a board of director for the Gloucester County Boys and Girls Club. I am not merely surviving, I am thriving. The reason we are all here today is because of your will and your desire to also thrive. Despite the challenges of the pandemic, you put one foot in front of the other and you made your way to the front of your line. You went the extra mile during a time of confusion and uncertainty. What you accomplished this year is not only phenomenal, it is unprecedented. You should be extremely proud of yourselves. When I began studying here, I hadn't yet discovered my abilities in education. The only subject that came naturally was English, hence why I became an English teacher. But overall, I was not an above-average student. I had to dig deep to unearth that potential. When I registered here, I was older and more mature. I had a better understanding of how to utilize the resources that were available to me. I studied longer, and I made a conscious effort to push myself beyond my comfort zone. Slowly but surely, I found my place, and I excelled. I remember the day I received my very first Dean's List certificate. I kept staring at it because I couldn't believe that it was my name on that paper. The following semester, it was President's List. Then came my Phi Theta Kappa invitation. I was so proud of myself. Phi Theta Kappa put me in the spotlight. Being a part of this organization showed me that my hard work deserved recognition. The more I was celebrated, the harder I wanted to work. The more I connected with like-minded people, the better I understood who I was and what I wanted for my life. That focus and energy could not be contained to just school. I found myself thriving in my professional life as well. Being able to put honor student on my resume showed prospective employers that I was serious and passionate. I received job opportunities that put me in a better financial position. I was able to move out of my parents' house and get my own place. My self-esteem was on the rise, and that helped me make better choices in my personal life. For the first time in a long time, I felt good about the direction I was going in. I shared with you my experience at the open house, standing in that line. What I didn't share is the reason that I nearly gave up and walked right out the doors. Why I was so frozen with fear. Why I let person after person go in front of me. The minute I started comparing my journey to those of others around me is the very moment I started to give up on myself. As I stood there, I looked around at all the people who were far younger than me. I thought about all my friends who were buying homes and starting families. Surely, I should be doing the same. In comparing myself to them, I started to feel inadequate and out of place. There's a saying, comparison is the thief of joy. What would have happened if I would have let those feelings of inadequacy overtake me? If I would have stepped out of that line all those years ago? I'll tell you. Not only would I have robbed myself of the past 8 years, but also of the person that I was becoming and destined to be. I learned that for me to embrace any new milestone in my life, I must let go of the idea that there is somewhere else I should be. I must get rid of the notion that someone else's story is far better than my own. I had to stop comparing my journey to that of my neighbor. There is beauty in individuality. There is power in knowing that there's only one me. Whatever I look like, whatever I sound like, I may not be perfect, but here I am. I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be. Look how far I've come. I share my story as often as I can, especially the hard parts. I believe that is where we learn the most about ourselves and what we are truly capable of. I want to encourage you all today, every person sitting in this room, wherever you are in your life or educational journey, celebrate how far you've come. Embrace the road ahead with an open heart and mind. Learn from your mistakes, plan for your future, but live for today. Be kind to yourself. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. Honorees, as you sit shoulder to shoulder with your fellow classmates, take it all in. Though you are unique in your journey, you are united in the magnitude of this accomplishment. You are strong, you are bold, you are able, you are worthy, you are enough. When life gets hard, be brave, continue to show up for yourself. Don't give up on your dreams or your future, and never ever step out of that line. Congratulations, Phi Theta Kappa family. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Good night.
Thank you, Shakima. Honored President, college administrators, distinguished faculty, advisors, and fellow Phi Theta Kappa members, I am pleased to present to you these candidates for membership in our Honor Society. These students have fulfilled all requirements for membership and have been selected because they have chosen scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship as their hallmarks. I recommend them for acceptance into their respective chapters, Alpha Psi Pi Chapter and Rho Gamma Chapter of Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society of the two-year college.
You are about to be inducted into a scholarly fellowship which embraces two-year colleges, not only for your own state, but the nation and the world. This fellowship is Phi Theta Kappa, and your chapters are Alpha Psi Pi and Rho Gamma. After induction, you will find among the members an atmosphere of scholarship, to which you must give of yourself in order that the organization might be meaningful to you.
I have in my hand a torch, symbolic of knowledge, which is the servant of wisdom, which dwells with prudence and leads in the way of righteousness in the midst of the path of judgment.
I have in my hand a white rose, typifying purity and the beauty of life, with its white bud signifying intelligent associations. Tonight, we give you this rose as a symbol of our newly formed intellectual friendship.
Please refer to the front of your program to view the Phi Theta Kappa emblem. This is the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa. It consists of a golden slab keyed at the top and bottom. The golden field, like the escutcheon of our coat of arms, refers to the golden opportunities that abound on every hand for society folk to evidence their culture and perform good works. Since gold is the most noble of metals, it shall have a further significance to our society, for it shall represent that nobility attained by those who achieve the intellectual leadership. Across the slab, you will observe a black band. It represents the three ideals which bind us together, and the culture, self-control, which is the necessary foundation for true wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Shining through the black background are three Greek letters, which are the initials of the Greek words meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity.
Behind the band is a wreath, on the one side composed of oak leaves and on the other laurel. The oak leaves stand for stability and strength of character, as symbolized by the sturdy oak. The graceful curling leaves of the laurel signify achievement and success. all attributes for membership in our society. Above the band is the representation of the head of Athena, a symbol of learning. In the base appear the Greek letters, meaning light, the light of knowledge and learning, the common ideal for members of Pi Theta Kappa Honor Society. This badge stands as a symbol for the high idealism of our organization and membership in our select group. Will the inductees please stand?
You have studied the constitution of this organization, the purpose of which is foster a spirit of devotion to study and the scholarly ideals among its members, and whose principles are embodied in the Greek letters, which stand for phronimon, thymos, katharotes, which means wisdom, aspiration, and purity. Now that the standards and ideals of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you come to complete the pledge which admits you into complete fellowship.
Inductees, please repeat after me. I, and state your name.
I, Palladino.
Do solemnly promise. On this 25th day of April 2022, to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa, and to make this object and aim foremost in my mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. At this time, candidates will be called row by row. Please proceed to the stairs to my right and approach the podium when called upon. You will then proceed across the stage before receiving a rose and a candle. You will then return to your seat and remain standing.
I would first like to introduce Brenda Gandy, her home. Sorry. What is it? Brianna. Oh, I'm Brianna.
I'm the guinea pig, guys. Don't worry. We'll get this.
Her hometown is Dorchester. Her major is social services, and she wishes to thank Casey, Elijah, and her grandparents. She is part of Rho Gamma, and she's going to complete her RCSJ degree by December 2021. We also have Megan Ronaldo. She is from Millville. She is going to be part of Alpha Phi Psi. Her major is nuclear medicine, and she wishes to thank her family and friends for her supporting her. She is going to complete her degree in May 2024. We have Tristan Kendall. Her hometown is Woodstown, New Jersey. She is going to join Alpha Psi Pi. Her major is psychology, and she wishes to thank her family. She is going to graduate in May 2022. We have Katrina Alexander. Her hometown is Philadelphia, and she is going to join Alpha Psi Phi. Her major is computer information systems. She wishes to thank Palsy Hicks, Carolyn Alexander, her mom, and she's going to finish her degree in May 2020. Okay, that's okay. We have Jason Scrandell. His hometown is Logan Township. He is going to join Alpha Psi Pi. His major is engineering and sciences. He wishes to thank his friends and family. He is going to graduate in December 2023. We have Caitlin Herman. She is going to join Alpha Psi Pi. She is from Blackwood. Her major is nursing. She wishes to thank her family. She's going to graduate in May 2024. We have Danielle Fricano. Her hometown is Millville. She's going to join Rho Gamma. Her major is business management. She wishes to thank her family, and she is going to graduate in May 2022. We have London Weisser. He is from Washington Township. He's going to join Alpha Psi Pi. His major is psychology. He wishes to thank his parents, and he is going to graduate May 2023. We have Nicole Cristella. She is from Blackwood. She's going to join Alpha Psi Pi. Her major is psychology. She wishes to thank her mom, dad, brother, Mike, Amy, and she's going to graduate May 2022. We have Zoe Copsetta. She's going to join Alpha Psi Pi. Her hometown is Washington Township. Her major is psychology. She wishes to thank her family and friends, and she's going to graduate in December 2022. We have Allison Schropp-Schweier. Her hometown is Violin. She's going to join Alpha Psi Pi. Her major is education, and she wishes to thank her mom for always supporting her and motivating her to do better than just her best. She's going to graduate May 2022. We have Antonio Beltran. His hometown is Millville. He's going to join the Rho Gamma chapter. His major is cybersecurity, and he wishes to thank everyone who had a positive impact during his education journey. He is going to graduate May 2024. Okay. We have Tracy Cataldi. She is going to join the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her hometown is Clayton, and her major is business administration. She wishes to thank her family, her sons Nicholas, Antonio, Giorgio, and her daughter Samantha, and her partner Phil, as well as her Rowing College Gloucester professor. She's going to graduate May 2022. We have Darian Chopford. He is going to join the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. He is from Sickerville. His major is engineering science, and he wishes to thank his family, friends, and girlfriend. He's going to graduate May 2023. We have Matthew Devon O'Brien. He is going to join the Rho Gamma chapter. His hometown is Violin. His major is art, and he wishes to thank God for his talent and love of art. His mom, who has inspired him as an artist since he was a little boy, and all the rest of his family for their love and support. He's going to graduate August 2023. We have Kayla Ortiz. She's going to join the Rho Gamma chapter. Her hometown is Egg Harbor Township, and her major is criminal justice. She wishes to thank her mom, her dad, and 4 brothers. She's going to complete her degree in May 2023. We have Patrice Hudley. She is from Cherry Hill. She's going to join the Alpha Psi chapter, and her major is health science. She wishes to thank her mother and daughter, Kai, for being her biggest supporter. She is going to graduate May 2023.
Next is Grace Vitt from Logan Township. She's going to be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter, and her major is exercise science. She would like to thank her mom and her sister, and she will graduate May of 2022. Next is Megan Elliott. She's from Cedar Brook. She'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is microbiology, my apologies. And she wants to thank her parents and grandparents for their support. She'll be graduating May of 2023. Next is Alexandria Dorham. Her hometown is Washington Township, and she'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is education, and she would like to thank her mom. She will be graduating August of 2023. Next is Paige Dooley. She's from Cape May Courthouse. She'll be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. Her major is criminal justice, and she would like to thank her parents, her boyfriend William, and her dog Gracie. She will be graduating in May of 2023. Next is Andrew Mastro. He is from Vineland, and he will be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. His major is mechanical engineering, and he would like to thank his parents and family for always supporting him. He will graduate in May 2022. Next is Brenda Seaton? Seaton, sorry. Her hometown is Vineland, and she will be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. Her major is biological science, health science, and she would like to thank her father, mother, husband, son, and brother for loving her and supporting her. And she would like to say that you inspire her. She will graduate May of 2024. Sorry, how do you say your last name?
Triantos.
Next is Connor Triantos from Vineland. He will be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. His major is information technology, and he would like to thank his family and friends. He will graduate in May 2022. Next is Sarah Emmy. She is from Swedesboro, and she'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is art and science, and she would like to thank her friends, family, boyfriend, and professors that encouraged her to pursue. And she will graduate May 2023. Next is Brandon Rivera. He's from Winona, New Jersey, and he'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. His major is health science, and he would like to thank everyone that has supported him along his journey. He will graduate in December of 2022. Next is Karen Palladino. She's from Williamstown, and she's in the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. She would like to thank her husband, John, her children, Ashton and Tyler, and the rest of her friends and family for their support. She will graduate in May 2024. Next is Stephen Piccolo. His hometown is Belmar, and he is in the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. His major is computer science, and he would like to thank Skylar. He will graduate in January 2023. Next is Rigoberto Silva Mendez. His hometown is Bridgeton, and he'll be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. His major is liberal arts, and he would like to thank his cat, his older sister, and his parents. He will graduate May 2023. Next is Patricia Ortega from Bridgeton. She will be joining the Rho Gamma chapter. Her major is liberal arts, and she would like to thank her family. She will graduate in May 2023. Next is Cindy Saprini. I'm sorry? Cipriani. Cipriani, I'm sorry. She is from Seoul, and she'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is psychology, and she would like to thank her husband, sons, and goddaughter for encouraging her to follow her dreams. She will graduate May 2023. Next is Latoya McCoy from Browns Mill. She'll be joining Alpha Psi Pi. Her major is early childhood education, and she would like to thank God, her daughters, Kayla and Kennedy, and the rest of her family. She will graduate in May 2023. Next is Danielle Wong. His hometown is Clementon, and he'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. His major is engineering, and he would like to thank his wife, Victoria, and his children. He will graduate in May 2022. Next is Garrett Weiman from Belmar, New Jersey. He will be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. His major is liberal arts and sciences. He would like to thank his parents and grandmother, and he will graduate in May 2022. Next is Madison Shin. She's from Clayton. She will be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is diagnostic medical sonography, and she would like to thank Michael for all of his love and support. She will graduate May 2023. Next is Owen Post from Pittman. He'll be joining the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. His major is CGA, and he would like to thank his parents. He will graduate December 2023. Next is Catherine Claggett. She's from Medford, New Jersey, and she's in the Alpha Psi Pi chapter. Her major is English, and she would like to thank her supportive family and God who makes all things possible. She will graduate May 2023.
It is my pleasure to welcome you into the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it affords. I salute you on your accomplishment. I charge you to explore always for truth and to dedicate yourselves to the cultivation of well-reasoned life, a prelude to service and honor. Before we continue, I ask if all inductees could take a quick minute and turn around and acknowledge your families and friends that have supported you along your academic journey. Thank you, inductees. You may turn off your candle. Please be seated. To deliver our closing remarks, I would like to present our Vice President of Student Services, Judith Atkinson.
Well, good evening and congratulations. We're so very, very proud of you. You've heard from some amazing speakers this evening, and I hope that it got you thinking, yeah, I think I do want to get involved, either as officers, as members, because you all are so talented, and we need your talents. The RCSJ needs your talents. I do want to say, on a special personal note, congratulations to our graduating officers. They've done an amazing job. We all have heard how difficult, we all have lived how difficult it was these past 2 years, but you out here in the audience and these folks up here have proven that we can persevere and we can do super well. And you all have. So I congratulate our graduating officers. I have had a lot of time to spend with you over these last few days, and I really appreciate getting to know you a little better. So again, that basically concludes our program this evening, and I do want to invite you to join us for some refreshments. So again, let's give everybody a round of applause to our new inductees. Inductees are asked to return to the gallery where they are first checked in to return your candle and pick up your certificates. That is very important, so please don't forget that like I just did. Thank you.